It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day to ask a gay doc, a service of KGAY 106.5 and Desert Oasis Healthcare. And we've got Dr. Renzo Corzano,
Hi,
a
John.
regular. Good to see you. I see you're
You
wearing your
too.
navy scrubs today.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice, very stylish. And in the white scrubs, we have got Dr. Jae Yong Lee, who is also with Desert Oasis Healthcare. And welcome, Dr. Lee, to your first Ask a Gay Doc.
Thank you for inviting me over. And yeah, I'm wearing just the shirts, not scrub, but yeah, it looks like a scrub actually. But
Yeah, well, and you probably have a stethoscope and some sort of a probe handy. So we're moving into fall. And what are we talking about today, Renzo?
Okay, so I basically want to introduce Dr. Lee. He just started at Desert Oasis. He's one of the physicians who's going to be working at Desert Hot Springs. He's wonderful. So just going to introduce him to the community, okay?
We've been friends for years, so
There you go.
yeah, he was my imaginary doctor fiance on the radio for a long
Love
time.
it. This is amazing. This is good content, content. Okay, so Jay is also an infectious disease trained fellowship physician. And so I want him to talk about coccidia, which is one of those like funguses that we can get from the soil in, certain areas. Then we should talk about, let's see, like all the allergies that are happening right now because we're changing grasses. And then we'll just do a little recap on vaccines that we should be getting around this time.
Can I call you Dr. J?
you can call me Dr. Shay or Dr. Fiance or
Not until you put a ring on it. Okay. So there's this thing called valley fever, and you hear a lot about people in Phoenix and Vegas get it, but what is this? What is it called? Cox something or other? That always gets stuck in my throat. What is it? Coxy what?
the formal name is a coccidiomycosis.
Ah,
It's a fungus. It's fungus called coccidioides. It's a very weird name, but it's basically that's the official name of this condition, but it's known as valley fever for a long time.
what are the symptoms that people get when they get this fungus?
It's usually, interestingly, no symptoms. Occasionally, you can get symptoms like flu, fever, cough, and headache or muscle pain. Usually, your immune system fight against it and goes away. But very few percentage of people get this infection. When their immune system is weak, it can still linger and cause pneumonia.
So this is an airborne, it's like spores pretty much. Is that what it is?
Right, you inhale spore that lives in dry desert soil. So when the wind blow, you go hiking, you drive in desert in the windy days, you do a yard work, you inhale, and get into a lung causing problem.
Since it has no symptoms, how do you diagnose valley fever?
So a lot of people didn't know they have a valley fever because it just comes with almost like a flu or a cold, and they go to see a doctor and get regular checkup, and sometimes something going on in your chest, or nowadays people who used to smoke or still smoke for many years, they do a lung scan to rule out to screen for lung cancer, and then they found some spots, and that obviously raised the concern about cancer, and often it turned out to be a scar from previous valley fever.
Do you send a lot of people for the lung scans?
Yeah, and sometimes they go to ER to scan for body, and they find some nodes around the lung. That's mostly common way they find something going on besides the routine screening for lung cancer.
Dr. J, we appreciate having you here. And Dr. Renzo Corzano, at this time of year, do you get specific complaints that your patient population has when it comes to things like allergies? I know they do some reseeding on golf courses.
Yeah, it happens twice a year, right? Usually around this time and then when winter's kind of over. So yeah, definitely. The treatment for this stuff is fairly simple. If you can tolerate like the neti potting or any kind of like nasal rinses, I would recommend that. You can do it up to twice a day. And then you can follow up with Flonase or any kind of other nasal spray. But if you are going to combine the two, do like the nasal rinses and then wait about an hour, let it all dry out, and then do your spray so that it actually gets absorbed into your mucosa. Because if you don't, it's going to be all wet, and then there's no point in doing any kind of spray.
So you do the waterboarding first,
Uh-huh.
let it absorb into your mucosa, and then you do your Flonase.
Like an hour later or so.
So Dr. Lee and Dr. Corzano, we're talking about, these are respiratory situations. There's another thing that we're hearing about right now called RSV. We didn't hear about that until like the last few years. And do we need to get a shot for that?
Sure. Yeah, RSV has been around for long time, and usually more common in the young baby children. But looks like after COVID-19 pandemic, people are more aware of those viral illness than ever before. And they also found that people getting older and underlying conditions and RSV can be prevented by the vaccine. They typically recommend anybody over 75 can get RSV, but if you have some underlying conditions like emphysema or any kind of immunosuppression condition like uncontrolled diabetes, something you can get as early as 60 years old.
Okay, so you should get a vaccination for RSV. Now, is there a vaccination for pneumonia?
Yes, good question. So the most common cause of pneumonia is pneumococcus, also called streptococcus pneumoniae. And they have a different strain, and you have to get one strain for vaccine and wait for 1 year or 5 years get the new strain. But now it's all combined as something called the PCV20, and that one shot will take care of all the streptococcus pneumonia bacteria. You can still get the other pneumonia from other bacterial virus, but this is the most common bacteria can cause pneumonia, also can cause meningitis. And there used to be only people over 65. Now they changed to all the way down to 50. So anybody over 50, you can get pneumonia vaccine. People who are between 50 or 65, you can get it. You don't have to wait until 60, but you can get the shot now.
Okay, well, and
Do
now
you remember how complicated it used to be? It was like, if you had 13, then you get 23. But if you had 23, you have to wait, and then blah, 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 blah. And the algorithm kept changing. It was crazy. So last year, they're all like pneumonia 20.
and then you don't have to turn your patients into a pincushion with all these injections.
Yeah.
Combine them all.
Now they're also coming out new meningitis vaccine have some mild protection against gonorrhea as well, because meningitis and gonorrhea, there is very similar structure, so there's some partial protection against the gonorrhea, which doesn't get covered by doxypep.
I love that you said that, Jay. You're right, because gonorrhea prevention with doxycycline is actually the lowest out of the chlamydia and the syphilis, right? So I love that you're recommending the vaccine to actually boost that. Love it.
What should our population in Palm Springs be vaccinating for this fall?
Definitely flu. If you're over 65, you have to get high dose flu. And if you haven't got pneumonia shot over 50, you should get a pneumonia pneumovax. And you haven't got the shingle shot. If you have an immune compromising condition, including HIV, you should get the meningitis vaccine. And if you are either over 75 or over 60 with immunocompromised condition or lung condition, you definitely should get RSV vaccine.
The other thing I would recommend too, HPV vaccines, they're not actually good until the age of 45. So definitely should be asking for that as well. Okay. And then shingles too. So usually we do shingles at 50, right? Because that's kind of, if you had chickenpox as a child or whatever. But if you're HIV positive, then we tend to do that when you're about 18 or so.
Well, I appreciate you helping us navigate all of these shots and risks and how we can be healthy in this fall season. I'll have you both know that I just did the Cologuard poop in a box, and and my colon is clean.
You know what? Maybe we should do an episode on like preventative screenings, because I have a lot of patients it's like pulling a leg, man, to get them to give me a little piece of stool just so that I can tell them they don't have any cancer.
Yeah. Well, I did the poop in the box. They love me down at the UPS store. What you got? Oh, I did it just for you. But it came back negative. Obviously, you get over a certain age, you should have the full colonoscopy. But if you don't have a lot of cancer in your family, you can get the Cologuard done. I am outnumbered by gay doctors. There's a new gay doc in town at Desert Oasis Healthcare. His name is Dr. Jae Yong Lee. He's accepting patients.
Right. So yeah, I do Monday and Tuesday. I work in Palm Springs location, mostly seeing people with the infectious disease consultation. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I work in the DHS main street location and doing primary care.
Jay, welcome to the family at Desert Oasis Healthcare.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And of course, they bring us Ask a Gay Doc. Our listeners send in their confidential question. You send it to lgbtqhealth@mydohc.com. Ask a Gay Doc is a service of KGAY 106.5 and 92.1.
And Desert Oasis Healthcare, your health, your life, our passion.
Thank you. Great job, Jay.
Anytime.
Put a ring on it. I'm available, low maintenance.
Oh my God.
Need
That
to
bitch
marry
is
a
not low
doctor.
maintenance. That bitch is not low maintenance. I love it.
We're leaving all that in. Hey, it's John Taylor. Thanks for watching our video. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our KGAY channel so you won't miss anything going on in the neighborhood. And you can always listen live to KGAYPalmSprings.com.